Yeah, I think we start with who are you, right? From a competitor standpoint, how much of it is there, right? From a square footage standpoint, back to our trying to find that equilibrium. Is there more? Are we oversupplied or undersupplied? I think the other thing in the competitive set is what type of comp are they? Is it a class A, B, C facility, right? Are we competing against, Bob's self-storage that's running it out of his house in the spaghetti skein t-shirt? Or is this public storage and extra space on the corner of Main and Main, right? Those are two very distinct competitive sets. I think the other thing that we really look for in understanding competitive set is where is their current pricing, right? Because that's going to be able to determine for us what the revenues we think are the potential revenues for that facility are. And the last thing that's probably the most important is occupancy. In that competitive set, look, Todd talked about undersupply, oversupply. You can be in an oversupplied market, but every facility in the market is at 95% full. And in our estimation at that point, then there's more demand than potentially that 7 square foot metric may ally for. So, it's about telling a story around that competitive set and understanding who they are they full, where opportunities may be. And something that we think very deeply about at Reliant is the tertiary market space. We're generally competing against a much different competitive set than if we're in downtown Atlanta, right? And the operators in that space are generally much less sophisticated than potentially a competitive set of REITs. So it really gives us a lot of flexibility in how we price. We can be a flagship in the marketplace for the consumers where, in downtown Atlanta, we're just another institutional self-storage facility.
So 1, 3, and 5 mile radius, that's where about 70% of your tenant base comes from. And so what you're looking for is a population that, we're in secondary and tertiary markets. So sometimes you may have 25,000 to 50,000 in that 5 mile radius. But you want to be sure 100% that the competitive set in that 1, 3, and 5 mile radius is well occupied and that you're going into a market that is undersupplied. And what I mean by that is that if you take the look at the 7 square feet per person in self-storage and you multiply it times the population, then you're going to get an idea based upon an average size per square foot for each facility, how populated and how dense a market is with self-storage in general, and what the supply is needed in the supply and demand ratio. And so we don't ever build in self-storage, or we don't ever buy an asset in self-storage if it is oversupplied in a market, or if we're looking for population growth. We're trying to find that undersupplied market immediately. If you recall, I said 33% of our marketing comes from drive-by traffic. Well, where's the rest of it coming from? Digital and things along those lines, word of mouth. So digital is right up there. Digital actually replaced Yellow Page ads. And then as I was telling you, that was about 33. Now it's about 40% of where our traffic comes from. And so when you're competing against a REIT and you're all apples to apples, everybody's got the same features, everybody's got the same benefits. And I always like to push the fact that our other benefit is our customer service, and that you will get better customer service from us than you will get from the REITs. But at the exact same time, all you're competing with is price, especially in this day and age when everybody was, working through COVID. Everybody was searching online, and so they weren't going by and they were not seeing the site. So the price brings them in. But what happens is that customer service and the way we take care of that customer going forward allows us to increase the rates and push rates during their stay in order for them to absorb those rental rate increases and be able to get ourselves up to that gross potential that we first originally underwrote.